Hello. I wanted to do a quick update on how things were going for me. And I also wanted to thank everyone who commented on my last videos and have been so supportive of everything that I was struggling with, that I have been struggling with, and, offering support and advice and everything. I appreciate it so much, and it really has helped to make things a little bit easier to deal with. So thank you all so much. It makes me it makes me so grateful to have this community to talk to. And I mean, I feel that anyway, but then with stuff like this, it just kind of reaffirms that for me. So, um, First off, an update on the PICC line issues. Both lumens are flushing okay now. I think one of them is still has a little bit more of an issue, but it's not that bad. My nurse came out today to help change the dressing. So at this point, it's all Eric and I doing the dressing changes. And she's, offering support, but not doing anything to help. So today was actually the last time that she was going to come out, and I've been discharged and everything from the visiting nurses. It wasn't actually the VNA, but they're from their company. So she's not going to be coming out anymore. So she came out to oversee the dressing change, and I told her that one of the lumens was having some more difficulty and resistance with flushing. So when she was here, when we changed the extensions, rather than flushing with saline, we just flushed with heparin. And she said that, every once in a while it might need an extra heparin, and so, but it seems okay right now. And I also wanted to show the placement of the PICC line because there was a question about that. So we put the stat lock on in such a way so that the line is going out more towards my elbow, which seems so far to be helping to reduce the issues with the pump going off, about it occluding and everything when I try to bend my elbow. The way that I was getting around it before was that I was taping it to my arm in all kinds of weird ways, and basically it was not very much fun, and my skin was getting annoyed at all the tape constantly being used. But anyway, so this is where the line is. So this is my elbow, and the line is right here. So I would say it's about 2 inches above my elbow. I don't know what vein that is, but it goes, it's whatever vein goes right up in the middle of your arm there. I've previously, on this arm, had a PICC line up here, which was much better because it was up higher, and on my other arm, I had a PICC line here, which was a similar kind of thing. It was up higher so that it was easier. So with this one, it's just low enough so that the tubing is right there at the bend in my elbow. The dressing changes, or the dressings usually go over the crease of my elbow, so that can be annoying. So anyway, that is what it is. And we can't move the line. It's where it is. And I think they didn't really have a lot of options. They were looking around with the ultrasound for possible places to put it, and this was what they found. And I heard them talking about it, and it basically sounded like this was the only spot that they felt like they could put it. And it was hard enough for them to get it in the first place, so I wouldn't have wanted them to try to put it in somewhere that they didn't think was a good spot. we're also trying, so the dressings that I was using before, even though they're supposed to be easier on your skin than Tegaderms, my skin, I was still having a lot of itching and stuff. So we're trying, now I'm blanking on the name of these. I don't remember the name of them. But anyway, they look like this. They have the window of plastic here, and then it's like basically breathable, foam kind, not foam, gauze kind of sort of thing around it. That's gonna bug me that I can't think of the name. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I have them over on the table if I really get annoyed later. So yeah, so far already I can tell a difference. Like my skin is not nearly as itchy as it would have been, you know, at this point after a dressing change with the other dressing. So I'm hopeful that this will help. So anyway, so that's the pick stuff. And I'm kind of dealing with that. As far as everything else goes, things are a little bit better. I'm not feeling as frustrated and upset as I was when I made my last video. And it's, so Eric and I have talked more over the last, today's Wednesday. I'm losing track of days. It's hard, like I keep thinking, I think yesterday or Monday I thought that it was like Saturday. It's kind of annoying, but anyway, so we talked, I think Monday. Yeah, Monday we talked quite a bit about everything, and that I was frustrated and upset and everything about the way that he was responding, and basically what it came down to was that oh, okay, so now I'm remembering exactly how we had talked. Sorry. I'm apparently a little bit more brain foggy than I realized. So this week I swear. Anyway, so Monday morning we talked about some things. So we talked about, there was like one issue around Thanksgiving and stuff that like was a whole other discussion, argument thing that we had before. So we talked about that. And then we talked some about the friends and socializing thing. And like, you know, we talked about it and we talked about it, and basically at the end, towards the end of the conversation, I had to leave. So like we had a time limit to the conversation basically, which, you know, I don't know if that was good or bad, but basically I was realizing that so he wants me to have a social life, but he wants me to have a social life that is defined the way that he defines it. Like, I have a social life. I feel like I have a social life. I'm fine right now with the way that it is. But he wants me to have a social life by his definition. And once I said that, he all of a sudden realized that that was what he was doing. And he apologized, and like, I mean, he did not have the intention of doing that, but that was what he was trying to do. So it, like, that part of it ended up, I think, in a good place. And he's realized that he was not, I don't think that, I mean, that wasn't his intention, but that was what he was trying to do. So I think he's dropped it. His concern was that, sorry, I'm having, as Deborah Debbie Deb would say, I'm all puffed out. And she says that someone else says that, and that's why she says it, and I don't know who said it first, but, I mean, who she says said it. Sorry. I'm probably confusing all of those of you who are brain fogged along with me. But I'm dealing with more air hunger lately, so, like, I'm finding it difficult to keep up with what I want to say. So his concern was he's seeing his grandfather, his father's, or technically his stepfather's father, now in a nursing home, and nobody goes and visits him. And he's just concerned that if I don't have a social life the way that he sees it, and if I don't have friends, around here that I see and that I'm close to or whatever, that if I end up in the hospital, like, he's going to be the only one to come and see me. I mean, granted, I have family nearby and whatever, but, like, he's concerned about that. He's concerned about me isolating myself from people around here. Now, there's a big difference between me and his grandfather. His grandfather is not really someone that very many people like to be around. So, I mean, there's a big difference between us. Eric then pointed out, there are a lot of differences between me and his grandfather. But, like, one of the big ones is that, his grandfather is not the nicest person to most people. So, I don't feel like I'm in danger of that happening to me. So anyway, so there was that, and I feel like that conversation got pretty well resolved, and, we're okay. The other aspect of our argument, and my frustration and everything, was not feeling like he was accepting my illnesses, and the fact that they contribute to limitations, and all I've been through, and not. So I read him the spoon theory, and he immediately started ripping it apart, like, saying things like, if she has arthritis in her hands, why does she have buttons, shirts that button? Because she talks about how, she has to think about what she wants to wear and stuff. And he just really didn't get the reason why I was reading it to him, and what the purpose of the essay is. So that was really frustrating to me. So we talked about that, and basically what he said is that he needs time. That he'll hopefully get there where he accepts it and understands it, and, like, it's not, and I don't feel like I'm hitting a brick wall every time I try to talk to him about this stuff, because that's how it feels. But it's not going to happen overnight, and he's going to need time. And what he said is potentially years, potentially a couple of years for him to get to the point where I want him to be. I don't really like the idea of it taking years, but he pointed out that, like, I've had 14 plus years dealing with this stuff to accept it and get used to it, and, whatever, for it to be the norm. He hasn't. So, I guess he has a reasonable argument, and it's just going to take time, and we both have to try to be understanding. So, yeah. So that's the update on all of that stuff. And I am now almost at 15 minutes. So I'm gonna end it here, and hopefully I will do another video soon. If you have not yet, go over and check out the 5 Awesome Limeys channel. We've just officially started uploading our videos. I just did mine just before this, a day late. I was supposed to be Tuesday, and I didn't get it done until today, but that's okay. At least I got it done. So yeah, so there's some videos up now, and I'll post a link to it in the, people call it the down bar. So I'll jump on the bandwagon. I don't have an actual name for it, so I'll call it the down bar below the video. So yeah, so I hope you're all having a good week and a good day, and I will talk to you soon.